So the basic concept remains almost same, but this is called ORB. You know that one, the one I just, the first one that I showed you, the intraday, setup. That can happen anytime, But this strategy is opening range breakout. Like when the first candle of the morning, 15 minutes candle is broken out, whichever direction, but there are certain rules to follow, then we trade in that particular stock, right? So it's called ORB, or opening range breakout strategy. So first and foremost, the stock is selected in the live market. Second point is which stock has news in them. You check the news in a stock, whether there is a news in a particular stock or not, right? You need to check that. And best way for that is to have the Bloomsburg app on your phone, on the WhatsApp. If you don't have, we will send you the link, and have Bloomberg's Quint news. It keeps updating you with the news entire day. But you can also check the money control. I'll just show you in a minute. And then volumes. First condition for the ORB is that the volume should be very high. Then how do you check that? You will be checking that from the trading view, or the Fatafat screener, or the unusual volumes on the fires, right? These are the places that you can find out stocks with high volumes. You should be able to also figure out the open interest that should be high, and check from the money. You can check that from either NSE website or from the money control. If the stock is gap up opening, is having a gap up opening, that means open equal to low. If the stock is gapping down, gap down opening, then open should be equal to high, right? So in case there is news, stocks do have unusual movements. So then we continue here. Gap up or gap down should be around 0.5 to 1%. Please remember that it should not be more than that. So I have given you an example. For example, there is a stock which cost about 500 rupees. Then the gap up or gap down should be about 2.5 to 5 rupees, not more than that. What you need to do, first 15 you have to look at the first 15-minute candle, which should not be very big, right? Which should be of the size of 0.5 to 1%, or again 2.5 to 5 rupees if the stock has a value of rupees 500. Mark high and low of the first 15 minutes candle, which is 9:15 to 9:30 a.m. candle. RSI should be above 60, choppiness should be below 40, ADX should be above 50. Oh, above 50, no. Okay, the choppiness, ADX should be, trending, rather I would say. There should be no pivot point or moving average as support or resistance nearby. Buy or sell when high or low is broken, right? That's the whole strategy. Now let me explain you with examples, right? Let me just explain you with example. Like, look at this day, pretty light, right? You can remove MACD. This is 15 minutes time frame, and I'm going to add up RSI, and I'm going to add up the choppiness, right? So Zerodha also gives you that. Done. And then I'm going to take RSI here, and I'm going to make it 60 here, and I'm going to make it 40 here, right? If you want, you can make this color as red and this color as green, and done. Now see, can you see out here, this particular day, very huge candle has formed, right? Very big candle has formed. You can mark the, sometime, let's say you have heard about a news and you know that the stock may be, now how does news affect? Let's say the stock had a very good result. It doesn't mean that the stock will go up. There could be, it will open massively gap up and then it'll come down, right? Or it'll open gap down and then go up, or it will gap, different 4 possibilities are there. A stock may open gap down and then goes up. Stock may open gap up and then goes up. Stock may go up. Stock may have a gap up opening and then come down. On stock may have a gap down opening and goes down. These are 4 possibilities, right? Now see here, RSI is, just look at the RSI. RSI is struggling. It's not going above 40, right? RSI is not going above 60. It means the stock is under pressure. Now the moment it comes below, you can see the choppiness is also heading down, right? Somewhere here it's heading down. RSI is just crossed. You wait for the first candle to break. The first candle is usually, it should not be this big, right? It should be small. But since it opened gap up, that's why it came down to cover the gap. And then once the morning range is broken, the stock has gone down, right? Now it could be seen over here. First day candle you can mark here, right? And on this day, look at, RSI has gone up, choppiness has come down, and the stock has headed up, right? Mark the first day candle, right? Now this is based on news, ORB, right? Like, let's look into this particular day. Here, this was the first candle of the day, huge candle. RSI is below, choppiness is almost close to 40, and see how it has been just falling the whole day. So what is important is that you should be able to identify the good stock. How do you identify the good stock? That's the question mark. And as I told you, you get the good stocks over here, right? In the trading view, live, you will see which stock has opened with a 1% gap up opening. You scroll it down, scroll it down, scroll it down, and see which one is around 1.5 to 1%. And then look at how much, once you know that, you can just put that particular stock on your, open it over here and look at its first 15 minutes candle. You have to look at its first 15 minutes candle, right? And whenever the first 15 minutes candle is broken, whichever direction it is broken, you will just check the RSI, you'll check choppiness, you'll check the ADX if you want, and then you will go in that particular direction only. Okay. Another way to find out the volumes is basically to go to Fatafat screener, right? You can go to the Fatafat screener and you can go to the, the volumes. You can see where are the huge volumes coming up, right? You have to check the volumes, and please remember, RSI gives you the idea whether the stock is going to have a breakout in the upper direction or in the downward direction. So this is where we are, and I'm going to arrange it from Z to A. And you can see from here, McDowell's has the highest. Like if I just show you here, you will find they are pretty similar. So there's nothing to worry about. In case you can just check here, McDowell's, I saw the entire day was on a top. I mean, in the end, I think probably Star came up, but then I saw McDowell's somewhere here the whole day. It was pretty much heading up in the volumes. Let's see what are the other ones. Then you have Apollo Hospital that you saw, right? Apollo Hospital was right at the second number. See here, this is Apollo Hospital. This is on the second number. Then we have ICICI Bank, SRF, UPL, Infi, right? So let's look into, but the problem over there is that they both are combined. You can see Infi out here. I think SRF is on a sell side. SRF will be somewhere on the sell side or on a buy side, I don't know. But what I'm trying to tell you, this list is quite similar, and there's a little time delay in Fatafat screener, maybe half a minute or 1 minute. It says that, oh, quotes are not sourced from all markets and may be delayed up to 20 minutes, right? That's a pretty lot, quite a lot of delay in the market, but I don't think so it's 20 minutes. It's about 5 minutes or so delays there, because you will see morning itself it starts running, as the market opens it starts running. So here also you can find out ORB, which stock is having ORB. Like sometimes the stock opens, wherever it opens it goes down and then it goes up. Like I remember one day I was trading in TCS 3 days back. So the stock went down first and then it went up. First it went down here. So first the stock TCS went down and then it went up. See this day. It took, like if you mark the boundaries of the stock, so stock hovered, first it went up, then came down, then went up. After a long time, it struggled for quite some time and then it actually gave a breakout, right? Then it gave a breakout, not before, not right away. It's not necessary that the first candle will break it anytime. It can break anytime. It may take some time or it can break it at that instant as well. Like for example, yesterday, look at the breakout that happened here, right? This was the breakout. Now let's look into what was happening here. As I'm telling you, RSI is between 40 and 60, and which doesn't give me an idea. I wouldn't enter into this, right? Why? Because it doesn't tell me anything. But right here at this point, RSI went above 60, choppiness came below, and this was my buy. Fine. You can just track one stock itself the whole day and find opportunities to enter and exit. For example, here RSI just came below 60. Look at the beautiful fall the stock had, right? And it further fell from here till here. It remained in the downward direction, and then between 40 and 60 it did nothing, but the moment it crossed 60 you had a beautiful entry, right? So you can, like Hindalco. Other day I traded in Hindalco. Hindalco also did the same thing. Now this is a big candle, right? This is a big candle. Avoid trading in such candles, right? Why? Because it's a huge range, huge range. There may be a possibility that the stock may not, overcome this particular barrier the entire day. So candle size should be small. That is first condition. First condition is like here, look at this tiny candle. It's a beautiful candle. Once it's broken, price rejection at this point, and see how beautifully this stock has gone down. Like here, look at this candle. It's a small candle, right? So it tried to go up, but again, price rejection at the higher levels, and then stock came down. This was a little deceptive movement, but RSI, see here, RSI is coming down. That is where you could have exited your stock in case you entered. In case you entered with this voluminous candle, it was a bit deceptive movement, right? But this candle, gravestone doji, tells you that the stock will be coming down. I want to show you HDFC Bank. A few days back, what was happening in HDFC Bank? Let me show you somewhere here. This. So 2-3 days back, this was, the candle that HDFC formed. Huge candle. Such a huge candle for about 20 points. 20 points, entire day. Can you see it did nothing? It did nothing. So you have to avoid a big candle. I'm telling you with examples also. Whenever there's a huge, big candle, you don't have trade in that particular stock, right? Now look at some candle which is reasonably priced. Although this is also a big candle, but then RSI went below, choppiness came below, RSI came below, and the stock has come down. Right, but the bigger the candle, the more difficult it will be for you to find a good trade. Like this was a huge candle, right? So if you take it after the morning range breakout, your parameters have to meet very, very clearly. And then after that, the stock is headed. But this is not our trade for ORB. For ORB, the candle has to be very, very small. And there are stocks that we have which give good ORB. For example, one of them is SAIL. SAIL gives you good trade on ORB. Mark the first candle, right? This is the first candle. And so here there is a support in the form of 50 moving average. There is a support. And the moment, RSI is also taking a turn. The moment RSI goes above, 60, you can take a long position, right? SAIL gives you good ORB trades, very, very good ORB trades. See here, this is a beautiful trade. So you can track one or two stocks. See, this is what I want. Tiny candle, as tiny as possible. And the second candle should not break the low of this first candle, first 15 minutes candle. And look at the beautiful run-up. SAIL went from Sale went, RSI went above, choppiness came down. From 78, it went to 83. And you know what the lot size of sale is? It's, I think, 12,000. It's pretty huge. So this was a beautiful trade, right? Now another trade that gives you good, beautiful trade of ORB is Tata Steel, right? Tata Steel gives you good ORB trade. Even Idea gives you good, Idea stock also gives you good ORB trades. So this is Tata Steel. Mark the first candle of Tata Steel, right? And see here, once it breaks, it has a beautiful downtrend. Mark the first candle and you get it. What should be your stop loss? If you're on the sell side, top of this candle is going to be your stop loss. It's a tweezer top and the bearish engulfing, and see the beautiful downfall. Here, you know, this will be your stop loss. 562.26 will be your stop loss. And the moment, you know, this place is broken, at least equal to the height of this candle, you will have upward trend, right? But please remember, there could be days where when it fails. So here, see here, it is going to be a downward trend only, and you do get good amount of money. So it is 3 points, and you do get 3 points on the downside. The stock is breaking in the downward direction, right? So let's look into Tata Steel once again. Beautiful trade, right? Master 2 trades. You will get enough money. You don't need to look here and there. Just 2 trades. Look at this candle, first candle. Once it is broken, RSI above, choppiness below, go for it. Just 2, 3, wherever your all the conditions are met, choppiness should be below 40, RSI should be above 60, and your first moving, you know, first candle should have a breakout. After first candle, you can enter into it. Fine. So this also gives you a good you know, opportunity. Another stock that gives you good morning range breakout is Idea, right? Look at Idea. This is the morning range, first morning range. It breaks in the downward direction, choppiness below, RSI below, and see how it has come down, right? Now this particular day, let's take a day where it may not give you a good breakout, right? This is how it is. Now entire day, if you see, it has not clearly broken. The candles have not left the morning range. They were just hovering at that point, right? And does RSI tell you that? Where is RSI? RSI is above 60, already above 60. Rather, it got exhausted at this point, right? It came below 60. So we, even if we enter, we need to exit at this point, as choppiness is going up and RSI is coming down, right? This is the first candle. Now see, choppiness has come down, RSI has gone up, and the stock went from here to here. Huge run up, like from here 60.28 to 62.29, and the stop loss is 59.117. 1 point stop loss and 2 points target. Cool 2 points, right? So master just 2 or 3 stocks. That will give you so much of money in the ORB, right? This is ORB. If you combine with the news, just mark it here, choppiness, and look at the bottom, RSI is below. Beautiful vertical fall the stock had. From where? 62.79 to 55. Huge amount of money. This is really, really huge if you look into the lot size. Lot size, you can see Idea has a 7,000 lot size and 7 points, good, about 49,000 in a day. But how do you identify those stocks? So I'm saying that you can pick up always Idea, Tata Steel, and SAIL. These are 3 good stocks for even you can work out on a metal stock. You know, like of course we talked about Tata Steel, but Hindalco also gives you huge volumes. It also has a huge volume. It can give you beautiful trade. See here, this candlestick pattern tells you the price rejection and the stock has come down. But remember that the morning range breakout can happen any time of the day, right? Your parameters have to be met. If they are not being met, then you please don't enter. RSI has to be below 40, choppiness has to be below, then only you will enter into the stock. Fine. And best idea will be to come here and check what's happening on our this setup. Right, you check on the ADX, you check here choppiness, you check RSI, all of the three parameters should meet and morning range should break out, then you go for it. So all of them are almost on the same pattern. There's nothing new in each strategy. The only thing that I'm trying to tell you here is ORB means that's the morning first day, and this which I told you, which I gave you the intraday setup, this happens the entire day, and roughly it also happens quite a big movement also come in the stocks about at about 2:30. So once the two timings that you have for trading in intraday is one early morning, around 9:15, between 9:15 and 9:30. The other timing that you have is from 2:30 to 3:15. Those are your timings to trade in intraday. So ORB could be happening anytime. So if you see here Fatafat screener also, you will be able to see that there are, it gives you time, when the stock has, yesterday's high, near yesterday's high, near yesterday's low. That means it says that LTP is greater than the or less than the yesterday's high or low. Means you get to see from here whether the morning range is breaking out here or not. That's one place. The other place that I showed you was Trader's Hunt, right? Trader's Hunt also can give you. Sometimes the stock hovers for a short time and then comes back to break its morning range, right? So you need to only go for the morning range. So here is the ORB time log. ORB time log. So this will tell you which stock had its ORB at what time, right? Means, see here, ITC, Concor, all these stocks. I don't know why this is giving 342, but I think they will be in the live market, and these are the ones. Sorry, not these. This is PRB, but this is 16.6, 16.6. So there is nothing happening today, but this you have to look for the live market, and you will see here one is the morning range is breaking out, right? You can get to see the stocks here. Put it on your platform in TradingView or in Zerodha, and then see whether the RSI is below 60 or above 60, or choppiness should be below 40, ADX should be strong, then go for it, right? I'm going to record a live session for this as well. Okay, so in case you have a problem, we can talk about it. Send me a text or email. I can again modify, I can again clarify you the trade. Morning range breakout means first candle of the morning that need to be broken with volumes. Fine. Let's meet in the next strategy.